Greetings and bienvenue, crew. Thank you for returning to this broadcast, and welcome to new viewers joining us for the first time. If you like a video, then feel free to subscribe.
Tonight's story is from Desert Stormrat, who was previously featured on this channel in Desert Rat's Encounter a Commando story. Tonight's tale involves his time working as a security guard in Las Vegas.
So, since you were all cheated out of a decent story, I feel like I should contribute. First off, I do work security, so I've got some fucked up stories. More fucked up than paranormal, really. So, let me know if you want me to continue. No, it's not a career, it's just paying for college. No, it's not a BB gun. Yes, I hate every minute of it. Shall I continue? Be me on patrol with partner at apartment complex Inaghettos. 2 o'clock, see female knocking door to door. Ah, no, not at 2 o'clock. Shine lights. Hey, knock that off, come here. She runs, bitches always run. Runs into second story landing and starts kicking some dude's door. Hear audible crack. Ah fic na.jpg. Draw weapons, order her to stop. Guy is now looking out his window, yelling that someone is breaking in. She balls up, fetal position, starts shoving something in her mouth. Partner and I reholster and book it upstairs. Grab her arm, start putting the cuffs on. She stands up, does deadweight back flip thing? Kicks me in the crotch, kicks partner in head. She cocks back to kick again. OC right in the face. Good shot.jpg. Meth head mode activate. It has no effect. She begins growling, eyes wide open. Wrestling match ensues. Cuffs are on, we've won. It's only begun. GIF. On the phone with dispatch. Tell them to roll medical. OC deployed. She swallowed something, eyes incredibly dilated. Dispatch. Drugs or alcohol? Narcotics, not sure what. Hooker in background yells, it's chemical. In demonic growling happy voice. Best description I can think of. Me. Well, I guess it's chemical. Dispatch. Okay, we'll send someone, hang up. Bitch begins grunting and growling. Me. Knock it off. Her. I'm pregnant. Me. No, you're not. Stop it. Partner. Dude? She rolls onto her side, and I kid you not, pisses and shits herself right there. Proceeds to yell, it's a boy. Reaches into her pants, smears her hands in it, and begins trying to fling rancid tweaker shit at us. Double up latex over leather gloves. I do not get paid enough for this horse shit. Begins pulling pants down. Do not want .png. Yank her pants up, and force her hands into them. She starts fighting again. Anyone who says handcuffs end the fight is mentally challenged. Pin arms and chest down. Leave enough space for her to breath. Partner pins legs down to stop kicking. Most uncomfortable game of Twister ensues. Medical arrives. Laughs at us. Keep laughing assholes, she's about to be your problem. Patrol arrives. You guys good? Yeah, don't let her loose. We got her. You sure? Because I don't think you do. Yeah, we got her. K. Partner and I stand up. Hooker flips her shit. Hooker flings her shit. Taser is deployed. Told you fuckers. Medics strap her to gurney. She's still yelling about the baby, and how it's the son of Satan or something. Mental papers signed. She's transported. Meth, not even fucking once. Seriously, that was the worst IR I've ever had to write. Also, the funniest. Also, the worst because we had to go get tested for hooker diseases. My partner quit that same month. This one is sadder than anything. I'm not going to Greentext it because phone really left a bitter taste in my mouth for tweakers. Very little sympathy. I arrived on site. Same apartment complex as she Thuker. As I'm getting ready to start, I see this kid walking around, looking incredibly disoriented and just off. Mind you, the kid was about 2 to 3 years old. Also, to note, I live in a desert. This was midday, middle of the summer, about 120 degrees outside. Really shitty in Kevlar. So, I go up to the little dude, and he's just completely unresponsive. It's like I was trying to grab the attention of a deaf mute. No parents in sight anywhere, and I notice he doesn't have any shoes on. As I'm looking around for his parents, he falls, like most clumsy toddlers do, so I go to help him up. He seemed completely unfazed. I got a peek at the bottom of his feet, and I kind of jumped back a bit at the shock. This little guy had some nasty burns on the bottom of his feet. Like someone held him over an oven, or he'd been walking on hot asphalt all day. I picked him up, rushed him into my office, and wrapped a watered-down towel on them, best I could think of, and called medical. Damn near half of the area command's police force came out for this. Well, as they're checking him and tending to his burns, I overhear one of the medics mention him exhibiting signs of crack cocaine use. As I'm filling out some reports, this nasty, fat, meth-mouthed bitch comes running up yelling about her baby. I kind of wanted to get on the spot, and I'm sure most of the police there did as well. They had her ID the child, and as soon as she said yes, the cuffs went on. They raided her unit, and found damn near a pound of crack cocaine which she had fed this little dude some of to keep him from crying, while her and her boyfriend got high. I had to testify at their trial, and they got some pretty nice sentences, but still not enough IMO. I feel bad for the little dude. This was in 2012, still wonder how he's doing from time to time, but I mean I'm not all broken up about it. Alright, so this is one of the more conspiracy deals I have. I don't know, I'll let you guys decide. May just be coincidence, may not. I was working a different complex, one in an even shittier area. There were 2 units across from each other. One had a Muslim family inside, the other a middle-aged dude who I'd never seen wear anything other than business casual, very unusual for the area. Now, I don't know the details here, but I arrived on site on day, and half the damned police force was already there. They tell me some dude hung himself from the balcony of his unit. Sure enough, it was business casual guy. Now here's where stuff gets weird. They couldn't find any personal identifying documents in his unit. Gets weirder, the ID we had on file for his rental was a fake. Gets weirder. DHS and FBI units showed up. Now typically, I can be a fly on the wall when the local police are around. They'll even tell me stuff they aren't supposed to. However, when FBI and DHS showed up, all bets were off. They damn near evacuated the complex, and I didn't see the coroners show up my entire shift, which I pretty much spent in the office browsing the net. I still have no fucking idea what happened, but I got a glimpse of them going into the Muslim family's place as well. Same complex as business casual guy. Found a dead body about 2 months later. Basically, I get a call from this lady. She seemed really concerned about her sister. Hadn't heard from Get in a month. Was able to provide accurate name and job and asked if I could check on her. So, I said sure, not a problem. Go to knock on her door, and immediately knew this was going to suck. She was older, maybe in her 60s, and again it was summer, so it was hot as shit. Well, that combined with a dead body make for a god-awful smell that is unmistakable. So, after knocking for a bit, I grabbed her unit keys, and made entry, already able to smell it from the outside. We're actually allowed to do that for a health and safety check. Went in, and got bitch slapped by the most awful smell in my life. After puking, not even going to lie, I grabbed a cloth, put my face into it, and went through the unit. Well, couldn't find her inside, but hadn't checked the bathroom yet. So, I gathered myself, opened the bathroom door, I swear no dinosaur, and caught a glimpse of her body and a fuckload of dried blood, before mentally, fuck thising, and calling it in. I may still have pictures of that room, but I don't want to get your hopes up either. So, waited for Metro and Medical to show up, and pointed them towards the bathroom. They went in, and the story gets really fun from here. The woman did not just die. It was clearly a murder, perpetrated by her son. I had to testify at this one as well. Company pays me to though, so it's all good. Basically, the gist was, the son slit her throat, stuffed Get in the bathtub, and cashed out her SSI check. He and 3 friends got high in the unit with the mother in the bathtub, and then fled to California when the money ran out. Nastiest thing I've ever encountered working security. I'm going to leave you guys with a funny, light-hearted one before I head out. Then we'll get back to the fucked up ones. Work in dog ghettos. Winter, shit has calmed down a lot. Standing on second-story landing with partner, shooting the shit. See drunk walking up sidewalk, yelling at and kicking construction cones. Idgaff, not on mob property. Joking with partner, me big man, me kick cone. Wearing bomber jackets, belts not readily apparent. Him. What blood? Seriously? Walks onto our property. I fuck you up blood. LMAO, this going to be good. Fight me blood, lol nope, get out of here drunk. I come up there blood. Fine. Your funeral. He starts waking up the stairs. Partner and I almost simultaneously take jackets off. He pulls out OC, I whip out the PR-24. Freezes like a deer in headlights on the steps when he sees us. We advance. I have never seen someone run so fast, recover from a fall down a flight of steps so quickly, and apologize so many times, in such a short span of time. Sorry for taking so long, had some stuff to do, but I'm back as promised. Now, as a little bit of a backstory, this one is also not my story firsthand, but there's sort of a network that happens out here in Vegas. Oftentimes, these ghetto complexes will hire one dude as a security guard. It's a terrible idea, and rather dangerous for the guy who's working alone. Well, luckily enough for us, and for those who don't live out west, in larger cities, there are business districts and housing districts. There really aren't a mix between the two. You have to walk about a block before reaching a business complex. This usually results in several neighboring complexes, each with their own guard. Well, naturally, most of us will band together, since we're our only backup. My company has a bit of a different policy though, and won't do really shitty neighborhoods one guy at a time, so usually what happens is, we'll meet up with the other guards in the area, get an idea of what we're dealing with, and we'll all help each other out, tune our radios into our own private channels to pass on information to each other, even though we all work for different companies. It's just professional courtesy. Give each other a heads up if shit's about to head each other's way. So, with that in mind, here's the story of the property manager who got chopped up. B. Relatively early in the afternoon. Just getting on. Notice something going on in neighboring complex. Lots of police presence. Radio the guard from the neighboring complex to see WTF is up. Meet me at the gate. Alright, this must be serious. Meet up with him. Our manager got murdered. Lol, K there. So, what, did a meth head run from Metro or what? No man, seriously, I found his body. Someone chopped him up, head, legs, arms, everything, and shoved him in a box. Seriously? Yeah. Spent the next few hours just beasing with the neighboring guard, keeping him company while they cleaned up the mess. Basically, the gist of what happened is, the maintenance man and property manager had been having some issues. I don't really know what. Anyway, the maintenance guy lured the manager into his place, kidnapped him, and tortured the manager for a few days. Then, after the torture, killed him, chopped the head, legs and arms off of his torso, and stuffed him in a box. Rented a U-Haul truck to carry the body out to the desert, and as him and his girl were hauling the body out to the truck, they dropped the box, one of his arms fell out. They got spooked, and ran, fleeing to California. The rest was as follows. I guess I wasn't really involved for that one, but I was there for the aftermath. Was also working right next door as it was going on. Alright, So this one is the story of, without a doubt, the most strung out crackhead I have ever come across. Her story really isn't that interesting, to be honest. I mean, at least not in comparison to some of the stuff I've dealt with previously, but she by far stands out in my mind as the most absolutely wrecked crackhead I've ever come across. See, typical drug transaction going on. Our policy is to just give them the boot from property, trespass them officially. It's really just to keep the activity off property, and force the drug dealers to take their transactions and bullshit off property as well. If it becomes an ongoing problem, we can detain them, but in all reality we aren't the DEA, and I don't really give a damn about your drug habits. Just don't shit where you eat and don't make me do more paperwork than I have to. Partner and I go up, ask her what she's got. She doesn't answer. You buy yourself some illicit substances? Her. Is Nevada a country? Alright, that's a new one. Congrats, you've effectively turned this field interview 180. Begin noticing she is completely incapable of standing still. I mean, at all. Something must be twitching or moving at all times. Ah no. Look, I don't care what you do, but you're not buying that stuff here, take it somewhere else. Do you want some? No, seriously, we're trespassing you. We can share, I'll even invite God. Okay, do you understand what I'm saying right now? Her. We're in the water. Starts pretending to swim. Okay, do you have ID on you? Her. What's that? What year is it? Her. I don't know. This goes on for a bit. Alright, look, you need to go. Her. Do you want to see? No, I really don't. Let's walk out this gate here. She start lifting up her shirt. Nope, put that down, and walk towards the gate. I grab her arm to direct her, and immediately recoil back when I see, pick related, all over her stomach, and around her upper arm where her shirt sleeve is rolling up, put on the latex. Still not paid enough for this bullshit. Escort her out carefully, making sure not to break any sores. Still hate dealing with tweakers to this day. Alright, last one I can remember off the top of my head. I've done this for a while now, so there may be more that come back to me. After things like the shit-throwing hooker, you forget more of the mundane stuff. Be me having smoke break with partner. Pretty boring night. We're bored to the point of spraying Black Widows with OC, because fuck spiders. Guy comes up to us. I want to turn myself in. Lol. K. He's visibly intoxicated. No, seriously, I killed her. Okay, look man, I get it. You're fucked up and all, but this really isn't funny. Come on, I'll show you. Partner and I exchange that look of, oh fuck. Is this dude for real? Walk with him to his unit. Understand, rules are a bit different for us. We can't just detain someone unless we either witness a crime, or they outright admit to a crime there is evidence they have committed, i.e. they're standing next to a broken window, yelling, I broke this window. He opens his unit door. Sure as shit, unresponsive female laying on couch in unit. Turn around, face away. Any guns, weapons, knives. Anything that's going to poke, prick or stick me. Very cooperative. I mean, just incredibly docile. We call it in. Guy just breaks down, and repeatedly apologizes to us. Dude, I don't even. How did this happen? Basically the story we got out of him. Mind you, he was still pretty intoxicated. Was he bought some kind of narcotic? Couldn't ever quite figure out what. From some guys at a casino here in town. He and his girlfriend basically came to town to gamble and get high. Well, whatever they gave him a bad trip, and he attacked and strangled her thinking she was some sort of parasite trying to eat his organs. Never had anything more than speeding tickets on his record previously. Oh shit. One more, I can't believe I forgot this one. Okay, so this was again in the same complex as shit-throwing hooker. Partner and I on duty. Pretty average night, nothing incredibly special. Doing our rounds, and notice a newly occupied unit that wasn't supposed to be. We do things called vacancy checks. Basically, squatters are a huge issue here, and oftentimes will try to gain squatters' rights by setting up shop and making everything look legit. Changing locks, siphoning power and everything. Part of our job is to boot the squatters out, before they can establish squatters' rights. Sometimes, it honestly feels like underpaid police work. Check the roster, sure enough, unit is listed as unoccupied. Alright, ready bro? Draw weapons, make entry. Before they gain squatters' rights, and if we catch them, they are oftentimes charged with felony breaking and entering. Sure enough, man, woman and child inside of unit. Detain male and female. Child is less than a year old, sitting in a stroller. Single blow-up mattress in the room, and a trash bag of clothes. Clearly squatting. Go through normal questioning. Typical story. Down on their luck, looking for a place to stay. Dude has a meth pipe on him. Alright, we'll press charges on dude. Let's see how this plays out with mom. We can't search mom though, so we call dispatch. Let them know we've already found narcotic paraphernalia on dude. May want to send female officer. We question mom. Mom spills beans. Meth hidden inside of child's diaper. You've got to be shitting me. Let Metro know what she's told us. CPS, Child Protective Services, come out. Sure enough, they find meth in the daughter's diaper. Both taken in. The guy actually became a huge problem after this. They actually pinned the mother with the possession charges. They were only able to hit the dude with paraphernalia. I lied once again, last one. Pretty straightforward. I guess after doing this for so long, you get used to stuff that isn't a special breed of fucked up. This actually happened 2 months ago, and the guy it happened to ended up being wanted for murder, but in a separate incident than this one. Partner and I are walking along. It was an extremely quiet night. As previous Anon pointed out, summers here get stupid, but winters are usually pretty chill. We're walking around, and notice this lady running from one side of the complex to the other. I hear her yell, "They just shot that man." Partner hears something different, but we investigate nevertheless. As we walk up, we notice a decent crowd gathering. Okay, we've been in the area for a while, and there weren't any gunshots. Like, nothing even slightly resembling them. What's going on? Sure enough, dude is laying on the sidewalk, his hand looks like hamburger. 2 more GSWs to the torso. Well fuck. We call it in. Medical shows up etc., transport the dude. There are about 40 conflicting stories flying around. Everything ranging from, he got shot right where he was standing, to a store across the street. Someone's lying. JPG investigators on scene. Investigators are bros. We know quite a few of the police in the area, so they're cool with us tagging along. We just stay out of their way when they're doing the important stuff. Follow a blood trail over 300 meters to a unit towards the back. Knock on the door. Female answers. Of course she doesn't know anything. Of course nothing happened. Of course she was asleep the whole time. Cursory search of the unit reveals dude's finger on the couch, and copious amounts of blood on the ground, couch, floor, walls, pretty much everywhere. Make joke about fingerprinting the guy. Given scowl by Metro Sergeant. Investibros trying not to laugh. Still don't know the whole story, since it's an ongoing investigation, but I think we found the unit it happened in. Got another one for you guys. Kind of short, still fucked up though. On patrol. See guy holding face, slowly waking towards me from off property. You okay man? Still lumbering towards me, face covered with hands. Get closer, see blood. Hey, you alright? You need, uncovers face. Oh shit. Eye literally split in half, partially hanging out of socket. Cheek split down to bone. Other eye swelling shut. Tell him to sit, lie down. Call medical. Guy says he got jumped, robbed, and beaten with a steel pipe per bar. Said the guys took off in a red Suburban. Walked for almost half a mile before finding someone who'd call medical for him. Saw the guy again about a year later. Lost vision in his eye, but recovered in all other areas. So, I've got a comical one for you guys. Happened last night, figure we could use a laugh. On patrol with partner. 2030, all is basically normal. See dude walking into gate, don't recognize him. K. Not a closed community, whatever. Probably visiting. We're waking by just to post up near the front for a bit. Dude sees us, and in the most cartoonish fashion runs and ducks behind a bush near the wall. Pic related. The hell is this guy doing? Shine lights on bush. What are you doing back there? I dropped my lighter. From 20 feet away? No. Quit screwing around. I mean I saw someone chasing me. Stop lying. JPG. Okay, how about this? You have ID on you. Starts pulling it out. Okay, who are you visiting? Hands my partner an inmate ID. ID card for use inside prisons. Of course. JPG. Did I really expect something else? He makes up name and unit number that doesn't even exist on this property. You sure you're in the right place? That person, unit doesn't exist here. Starts breathing really erratically and spazzing out. Hey, what's your deal, man? Starts yelling, you set me up. I didn't do it. Start to explain he's not in trouble. Just tell him to quit creeping around. Books it out into street. Still have his ID. Hey no fuck you. Well then. Guess he didn't want to visit after all. If you're out there, man, we've still got your inmate ID. You're welcome to pick it up.
I hope that you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. If you enjoyed tonight's story, then please subscribe to the channel as more Greentext will appear daily. A new broadcast will appear when the clock strikes midnight Central Time.